The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Power Trading Hour with your host, David White. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, David White.
And welcome to another excellent edition of the Power Trading Hour with me, your humble, lovable, and squeezably soft host. As always, we like to come to you at this time.
The following takes place between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m.
And someone says that's what you get when you don't tip the DJ. I'll give him a tip. Stay in school. Keep your day job. What else is going on out here? Yeah, you got a market that's off a little. Volume's a little bit better than some of the other days. Not much better. Not a shining endorsement of lower prices. Today we're just kind of coming in at about 2.1 billion shares. The S&P's at 2370. Don't have a lot of good signals out here one way or the other. Tomorrow, of course, is options expiration, the start of it. That is the day that option market makers go delta neutral. So we'll know a little bit more about what they think is going to happen in the coming 7 or 8 trading days tomorrow. Looking at what they're doing today, though, it doesn't look like they think that there's much in the way of movement in this market. And that had me take a couple of my short positions off today. And we'll see a little bit more. But, I'm thinking that maybe we're back into kind of one of these things. We're kind of stuck in a smaller trading range, maybe right at this level. But at the moment, took a couple of positions off. Still have some on, but I took the ones that I thought would be the most risky, mostly because they don't trade here in the United States. So what else can you say? It's just a market that's kind of like a hot summer August day, and the dog's out there. He doesn't want to move. This market doesn't want to move much either. 2.1 billion shares as we start the show.
The following takes place between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m.
I already did that. Didn't I? Well, if I didn't, who can say?
That it's all just a little bit of history repeating.
On this day in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell receives a patent for his revolutionary new invention, the telephone. Bell's patent beat a similar claim by Elisha Gray by only 2 hours. Not wanting to be shut out of the telecommunications market, Western Union Telegraph employed Gray and fellow inventor Thomas Edison to develop their own telegraphy technology. And it went all the way to the Supreme Court. In some of the first cases, and maybe the first to actually make it to the Supreme Court, on what patents were in the United States and what you could claim. Most of the claims in the Western Union case fell by the wayside and were either highly wished upon or just totally made up. And by the time it was all done, you could see that why they were pretty much doing it at the exact same time that Western Union was more than willing to try to use as much as the stuff that Alexander Graham Bell did and claim it as their own. So I think in the end, after years of history, they probably did the right thing. But not too many of those where you get the claim on the same day and nearly within the same time frame. Both of the people that were working on this kind of knew that the other were out there filing And back then, that was the claim, first to file. They've changed that in the last few years in the way that these are actually done. And it's now first to create. So it kind of not increases, it behooves those with new inventions to show their product off first instead of filing first. And there's a lot of nitpicky stuff in this, but I know a lot of very rich patent lawyers. I guess that's the way to say it. What else is going on today? If you missed it, the WikiLeaks is back at it. They have come up with what is going to be apparently a every month thing for a while, and that is they got the just about every document they could out of the CIA on their hacking capability. I took a look at it about lunchtime. The highlights are that they have software that will make them look like anybody, like Russians or Israelis or any of the Baltic countries. If you want to go in and hack somebody and pin it on, hang on it. And pin it on another country, apparently they have software to make it look like just about anybody did it, which was kind of interesting in the way the story moves yesterday on the former president hacking the current president. Went from he didn't do it to you couldn't prove it. I didn't think that was a good shift to go to. But knowing this was very interesting that this was coming out today. Some of the other things out here are some 500 different ways to hack different PCs and cell phones, all the specialized software that is available. And apparently, I said that the current FBI head was kind of liar, liar, pants on fire when he said he couldn't unlock the phone of of the terrorists out there in California. I thought it was crocodile tears, let me put it that way. It certainly looks from this document that they have literally done everything from hacked televisions with microphones in them, the Alexa stuff. Yes, the CIA can listen to you at will. Literally, if anything hooks up to the internet or a radio, they have literally some 500 different programs to go back and look and hear everyone that they wish to. Probably the weirdest one that I saw is one where they're speculating on hacking self-driving cars, and why they don't say from the date, the only car that would have been that you could have done this with was a Tesla, of using it as a murder apparatus, i.e. they would hack it, run in the car into a bridge abutment, and then change the software back so no one had any the wiser. So a little bit of everything out here. I keep on thinking that one of these days this will actually move to better, and the bottom line and the stock price of some of these companies that do security software, but this never seems to do anything. Just more stuff leaks. We'll be back after this break.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Dave takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
And question is why cyber stocks can't get off the bottom. The technology didn't work. I don't think it works against nation states. If you've got all the money in the world and you can develop the right software and hire the right people. The question is whether or not, a bunch of guys in their basement in the Baltics can't hack your machine instantly. And I think that, so there's two different levels. That is when literally the Russians or the Americans or the British or the Israelis are after you because, you've got 10 pounds of uranium that could work as a nuclear bomb. And then, of course, the secondary is people that just want to steal stuff from you. And I'd say probably 90% of the stuff is just stuff they want to steal from you. That they seem to do pretty good on. If you've got all the time and money in the world, then I doubt if you could keep the CIA or the NSA out. Interestingly enough, this is just the first of apparently 7 different tranches that they're going to let this stuff out on. So we'll have a lot more to talk about what the CIA was capable of, what they actually did do, and you wonder why someone leaked the stuff and who leaked all this stuff, especially with everything going on. But it certainly seems like a lot is going on. Give me a call at 877-927-6648. Email me at path@tfnn. Huh? Says Snowden's still breathing. Email me at path@tfnn.com. And, of course, post a message in the den. Snowden? I don't know. I think you kind of have to. I've kind of wavered back and forth on whether he's a traitor or he's right. He's probably both. But I don't know. Yeah, Assange is hiding in the embassy, but they're trying to get him out too. But it's hard to know how far that's going to go. You would imagine that he probably would have been killed already if he was doing this to the Russians, though. So you just have to figure that. Dollar index at 101.80. We continue to see weakness in the metals, precious metals, including things like copper. Come on. Something break? I think something broke here. So I'm not getting any quotes right now. She broke. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Let's take a quick look. Someone wants me to look at Tesla. I've got something going on here. Maybe the CIA didn't like me saying something. Everything's locked up now on the internet. I don't know if I'm actually... Do you guys hear me in the den? I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Okay. I'm just... everything else is not updating, like the internet's gone down for me. Oh, now it's coming back. Must have just been like a routing issue or something. Okay, everything's back to normal. Of course, after just talking about the CIA, doesn't it, you just kind of get nervous, don't you? Anyway, gold's off $10 at 12.16. I think I saw it at 12.12 earlier. But the one that has really been kind of bothering me has been copper. It's down another 3.5 cents today. Oil, it was a little higher earlier. It's up 7 cents. It seems to be holding better than the rest at the moment. Anyway, what I wanted to do is talk about Tesla. Not a lot going on in this one. No beard, yes. That's kind of interesting. Okay, what do we have going on up here? I think they did get me.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
And the CIA cannot keep me down, can they? The man. Anyway, we're back. I don't know what happened out there. What do we got going on? We talked about uranium resources. Somebody emailed me about this one. You kind of have to like it down here. I like the chart pattern. Does this mean that things instantly going to go up? No. But if this thing continues to base out with light volume today, we got 932,000 shares. You know, if you continue to see light volume as you go out here to the right, keep a very good eye on a lot of these. ADP, we looked at this one yesterday. I don't know if there's a lot to report. You know what's causing all the problems? You wouldn't think about it, but I've got this nice little, well, maybe you can see it, drag it into the thing. Got this nice little USB connector, and this thing, it was shorting out. I kind of pulled it out, and the whole thing kind of just fell apart. So the moral of the story is have a better USB connector so it doesn't have anything. No solar flare, no CIA, no big thing, just a bad connector, and I will spank the connector, and therefore it will no longer be bad. Okay, let's get to what's going on out here. We were talking about Tesla, TSLA, and I was going to see if there was any or much movement. And kind of interesting, the news today on this is that one of the big mucky mucks in the battery department has left Tesla to go make his own battery factory in Scandinavia. It's down a little, but didn't really seem to move the needle very much in Tesla out here today. We were looking at some of the other ones. Let's take a look at the FAZ real quick. FAZ. Again, as yesterday we were talking about the light volume. One of the reasons I took a few of the short positions off today is fairly early you could tell that there just wasn't a lot of juice to the downside, even though we got a little lower today. The bull 3X shares on the FAZ down just very light volume, and we'll see how that closes out here today. But did fill up this gap up from, what is that, the 28th? Yeah, the 28th to the 1st. It's kind of small. Came back in there. It's filled it though, and it would be hard. You did have a sign of strength, decent in this with 5 million shares on the 1st. And it's come back with 4.2, 2.7. Yesterday we had 2.8. Today 1.8 so far. So we'll see how the day comes out. But it's not too bad. You're coming right back down to the level of support. So we're going to have a little bit more to move the needle on that one. GoPro, we're looking at some of these other ones. If we're headed lower, then of course the weakest among the stocks will be the ones that fail first. This one did come down with some fairly decent energy, 3.991 million shares yesterday. Got a little doji out here today, but this has pretty much broken through all the previous lows. There's not much out here to really keep this thing up. And again, didn't everybody see this one coming? Let's see what else we have out here. What is that stock that they talk occasionally about on TV? Is that Snap? Well, Snap is out, and it's down today. Not a lot of juice on it. Well, probably the most interesting thing is that we're already seeing a company that raised about $5 billion already has $1 billion in shorts in its shares of the stock, which gives you a little indication as what most people think about this one. But certainly looks like they are laying it on fairly large on Snap. And again, if you're going to have markets come down, the weakest and some of the other ones are going to be the first ones to get hit. Groupon, of course, we've been talking about this one going to zero since the day it came out. A similar thing where you go, okay, can anybody do it? If the answer is yes, then you probably don't have a company that has at least voiced the way that this is going to be an ongoing concern. Just everybody will eventually do it, including Amazon, and you'll have nothing left. This one did have a sign of strength, though, the 15th of February. 83 million shares has come back and filled it yesterday with just 10 million shares. Today you just have about 5 as this thing's kind of moving up. But not a bad chart pattern. You filled about half that gap that was still open. And you know what? It looks pretty good. I can't say that, if I was short here, I probably, and hadn't covered already, I would probably have to think very hard about covering that. What do we have other stocks out here? Hecla Mining. Wanted to see how this one was doing. It had been coming into the previous lows. October 6th, $4.93, 10 million shares. Came into it with 11 million shares. Didn't touch it on December 23rd. One of the reasons why I was kind of skittish about gold. There were some of these stocks out here that had high volume lows that suggested that at least we were going to come back down to this level one more time. So what did we have when we started breaking through it yesterday? 7.7 million shares, not too bad. Today, 4.5 million shares. So some of these things look like they may come in it. What I dislike about Hecla here is that the energy up from this December 23rd low to the February 8th high was exceeded all the way back down to test this 493 area. Again, can you bounce off this area? You can. There may be better gold stocks out there if this thing does turn around. And of course, with the dollar index constantly pushing higher, it's kind of tough. We're at 101.81, which is pretty close to the highs of the day, if I'm not mistaken. 109, 101.91. Is that what that is? Something like that on the dollar index. So what can you say? There's nothing that says buy yet, but a lot says maybe close. You might get a bounce out of it. I would like this thing to bounce and then come back down to light volume one more time and get rid of some of that energy on the way for the downside. Okay, what else do we have? A test of the high with Hologic. This one hit February 1st with $41.24, 11 million shares. I hit it with 2.5 million shares yesterday. Went above it, closed back in the range, lower today. This one didn't have a lot of juice off the February 14th low up to yesterday's high either. So there are some potential ones. I heard some people talking about J.C. Penney in the den earlier. Again, anytime the market looks like it might head south, the weakest stocks get hammered the most. J.C. Penney, wouldn't it be kind of ironic if Penney went out of business before Sears? I know they're in a race. The question is, who's got either both legs in a cast or just one? And it's kind of tough to see. But this one did get down and volume increased yesterday. You got a little bit of a bounce out here today without much volume. J&J, it's testing its high out here. The July 20th high of last year, 124.38, 7.33 million shares. We got into it kind of the last few days, certainly into the candle. Went above it today by, 8 cents so far. Volume today, though, 4.6 million shares. We still got, an hour and 12 minutes left in the day. But I think you're going to come up short on that July 20th high. Energy, not all that bad off the lows, though. You got to say that January 25th low looks pretty good from up here, at least for the energy that came in it. You got up to the highs here, and there isn't a lot of volume. But, if this thing had a decent retest, this looks like it could bust it maybe the next time through if you're lucky. Let's take a look at the OIH. This looks like it could come back just a little bit more. We're down on light volume today. There's a double gap that takes you to $30.50. Didn't we talk about this yesterday? I can't remember. But it's probably fairly close. But kind of interesting. Wanted to look at some other stocks out here in the energy sector. Looks like you could come back a little bit farther, too, on RIG. This one's got a double gap at about 1150. So some of these just coming back, they don't look bad. So I'm not going to yell and say, that these do look bad. But I would much rather buy these at lower prices than try to short them here. And they really don't look like shorts to me at the moment. We'll be back after this short timeout.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Tom O'Brien, professional trader and educator, founder of TFNN. Also, a special guest on CNBC. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
Pretty quiet market, 2371 on the S&P cash, volume 2.4 billion shares. So, man, you're not getting a lot to the downside today. This is about the third day that tried to push it down. Volume hadn't increased. If you are short, like I am, probably time to reduce risk, not put more on. But, you know, I'm looking at my model during the break, and it certainly looks like it's getting more to a 50-50 kind of thing of higher or lower prices. Options expiration, pretty much starts tomorrow with going delta neutral. And my guess is we're probably going to at least have some more, or at least more of some volatility tomorrow. And that may tell us a lot what's going to happen in the next 7 trading days after that. So take a little bit off the table and see what you got, and maybe add a little bit more back. I'm not going to zero, but I do still have some out-of-the-money puts out there if we get some kind of big surprise, which is the way that I've played it since February. So I may have some small losses with those out-of-the-money puts, but I'm more than willing to sit on a few of them. Okay, what do we have? XOP. Wanted to look at this one as it comes back into what should be support ratio, which is this October 10th high, and then this big dive down on the 28th of November, where you didn't have much volume. You gapped down one more day, and then you reversed right back up. Should have and should be somewhere in the support area. You are down on very light volume today again. Doesn't mean you can't continue, but my guess is that you need to probably find a bounce in the Spider S&P oil and gas in the next day or two, or you're probably looking at the high 34 here where this gap is, and then 3407 where the November 2nd low still is. Now, again, pretty nice. Not any real energy off this December 12th high. Certainly, we've only got a little bit more than half the energy that we had on the upswing from November 2nd to that December 12th high. So kind of interesting moves out there. When I check my email, someone wants me to look through the FANG stocks real quick and see if we see anything in that. Again, Microsoft is moving sideways. Facebook, another high. But again, no volume for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, as this thing kind of just tries to go a little higher each day. Always very scary in a stock at highs like that without juice. Amazon, this thing's just been going sideways for no volume. I would certainly, for this one, if you were going to short it, you got to test the February 23rd high, I think. I don't think you could touch it if you could. And of course, at this point, I couldn't buy it without seeing a sign of strength and then it pulling back to that sign of strength. So let's take a quick look at Google since I haven't for a little bit. Man, I tell you what, a lot of no man's land out here. Up on lighter volume, hasn't been able to really come up into that high of January 27th that had 3.7 million shares. Tried to get back into it March 1st with 1.8 million shares. This thing's just kind of gone sideways. Probably a good time to keep your hand in your pockets. I suspect we're probably going to get some better signals tomorrow, and maybe that'll give us a little edge in the market. But I couldn't be long. I could be a little short here, but we'll see. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat time. Remember to sell when you can, not when you have to.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
You're watching Tiger TV.